you see a well-dressed person in front of you. This person is not going to a meeting. He just cleared PMP exam. Asrar, my program on 7th of December. Like I was going on Umrah, I still remember, and we on Zoom call. And today he's a certified proud PMP. Asrar, congratulations! It's a great day. See, 5 people have cleared as of now in last 1 hour. Asrar, why don't you share your journey, how you did it, what were the challenges, and etc. etc. Please.
First of all, Alhamdulillah, I have cleared the exam today, and thank you very much for your support, your coaching, your training. Thanks to everyone who has supported me during this journey. I remember when I contacted you in December. Even I remember I contacted you in 2023.
Yeah, I
Then
had.
suddenly somebody told me that PMP is losing the value nowadays
Uh-huh.
because of there are some circumstances and reasons behind this. After that, I have faced some interviews, and everyone, whenever I faced the interview, they asked me, "Are you certified PMP?" I
Uh-huh.
said no. Then they said, "Okay, we will contact you, or HR team will contact you." Then
Okay.
I realized that I have to do it.
Okay.
Then in December, I contacted you, and you was in Riyadh, fortunately, and we have discussed. I think it was 2 minutes call
Okay.
because I made my mind before that. I have to do it. Then we have conversation about 2 minutes, and then I have decided, and we started that. And 20th of December, I joined first class.
Okay.
And when you started, honestly, when you started Agile, I was stuck there. I
Okay.
mean, Agile was disturbing me for few weeks.
Mm.
It was not, my mind was not digesting that things because I am working in the predictive minds in environment from long time.
Mm.
And I worked on that. And Alhamdulillah, today I have cleared that.
Yeah.
And I,
Yeah. I want to put some emphasis on agile also. We were like 10 days back, we were in a coaching call and there was a question related to agile. Like someone else was doing question. He gave a justification. Like I am reading all the justification. I asked him, hey Asrar, what is the justification? And now I remember his exam is booked. And he gave the justification and I was taken aback. I said, what? What did you just say? Like his entire agile concept were messed up. And I was shocked. I said, okay, walk me to the question. Because now I have given him a go ahead. Like by looking at his scores. I have given him, okay, go and give the exam. And from that day, daily I am asking him, do this thing of agile, do this thing of agile, do this. Like I have a mock of 180 question answers of just it, right? That is the best thing in the entire market on agile. I called it agile mock. So he did that. I called him 2 days back. I said, hey, do that agile mock again. He said, I did it last day. I said, okay. And what about 50 questions? He said, I also did that last day. Then I kept on whenever we had conversation. My conversation was surrounded around agile. Even in the last day, I was asking me, do review the RC of agile. Like review the agile part. Because predictive, I was sure he will nail it out of the park. But agile, I was very worried about him. And even when I was having discussion with this facilitator, he said that he will easily. I said, I am very much reluctant to say anything on him because when the question goes up and down with the agile, but the last 6 mocks he did, I was overconfident. When he did, this is his scorecard, guys. For those people who always want to know what is the scorecard, like last, I was very, I said, he will clear the exam. He will nail, he will do it because he has covered it. Let me show you my biggest concern. You see, point number 28 or 26, agile 58%. Like other mocks 73, 71, 74, 73. Even if I go with other mocks 73, 71, 71, one of the highest. Now here a mock 5 again came some agile, again 62%. And then suddenly agile. I like when his facilitator shared me this thing, I printed out and I highlighted it. Big problem. I wrote it with a highlighter, big problem. Because exam is agile. Exam is 50 to 60% was agile. So I was very confused, but this is what we call dedication. He worked on it, he dedicated time, and he built that momentum. And today he is a certified PMP. So this is something I want to put for everyone, right? That if you can do something, if you can uh, work into that, you can become PM. Okay. If anyone has any question, feel free to ask. I want to put it here. Whatever the questions you may have along the way. G, Asrar, share how the exam was, things of those nature.
Yesterday I was a little bit nervous or confused, you can say, that how I will manage. I was not worried about the time. And when I reached to the center today, and when I started the exam, I was very confident. I don't know from where that confidence came, but I was very confident and relaxed. And I started the exam and I followed the formula that you shared with me yesterday. I I put the 80 minutes maximum for the first 60 questions, and I did it there within the time. Next, 60 questions, I was also on time. And last part, because this exam was not that much tough, and last part, I was thinking it will be more harder, but that was not the real case.
Mm,
Then I finished the exam last part around 10 minutes before. I
mm,
reviewed some questions and I changed some answers also because some of the questions there, even I was not sure what is the right because it was not related. I mean, the question was something else, and of course that was related to the questions, but I was not able to pick the answer because it was not relating to the question. So I just take that and move forward. Then I came out from the exam center and I went to the reception. They said congratulations. That was the moment. I mean, had no words to express my feelings. So Alhamdulillah, it was good. But one thing I want to mention here, the RCA. You know what happened yesterday? I
mm,
was revising some random mocks.
mm,
I want to check myself that okay, where I am falling. So I did random mock number one, 60 question. I scored around 91 point something.
mm,
And in random mock two, I scored around 96. When suddenly I shifted to random number five.
mm,
When I started that, I was surprised. What is this? These questions I did not attempt it before. I checked the result. I did that, but I was looking for the RCAs, but unfortunately, I did not do the RCA for that random mock five.
mm,
So only one random mock five. I did not do the RCA, and it was a big surprise for me because uh, the questions were very difficult. Even after second attempt, when I was reading the questions, I thought that it is not done before. So RCA is very important. It will clear your concepts, and that will make sure that you will successfully done the exam in the exam center or
mm.
online, whatever you are doing. But RCA will make sure that you will clear.
RCA is critical and RCA is important to continuously doing the RCA and working into that way. Okay. So time management was 80, 75, 75, right? On the
Yes,
okay. So let's move a little bit more into that. What else is important for PMP?
your dedication, the roadmap, what was shared by you, and the follow-ups you have done, and your team also. That was awesome. I mean, that made my day today. What I am speaking, and I have passed the exam. Your dedication, your consistency is very important. I discussed with you in mid of January that I will appear in exam on end of the month, right?
Mm,
And suddenly there was some schedule, unplanned schedule occurred, and I went to somewhere for 1 week.
mm,
So that delayed my exam for the 10 days.
mm,
So consistency is very important. If you have started something, you have to finish it and set your target, then you will achieve. Otherwise, you will not. If you will do one thing today and 2, 3 days you will not do, then it will make your life mess. It will be very difficult.
mm,
This last 1.5 month, I was only for except for that 1 week, I was sitting on my computer laptop for almost 6 hours, 7 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours per day to finalize because my target was that I will clear in first attempt. So Alhamdulillah, I did it.
mm. Okay.
Yes.
This is some of the important thing that I always like to say that You see, you need to look into that. You need to dedicate your time. There is no other way, right? There is
Yes,
no other way. If you say, okay, if I do this way, no, 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 no. You need to spend fixed time, worked into that, and looked into that way. And then, and only then, you can work into that way. So this is something I'm really proud of you and the way you worked into that way. Asrar, each one teach one is the mantra of the game. Many people are sitting here right now from Saudi Arabia, most of them. Sudha is always there. Sudha is always coaching.
she really helped me a lot. I mean, whenever I put the question on mastermind group, within few seconds she replied every time, and that helped me a lot also. So thank you very much, Sudha.
She's awesome. She's awesome. So now
Really,
same thing. I need you to work into that. Each one teach one is the mantra here that work with those people, guide them and coach them along the way. Okay. Whatever you
sure,
can do. Always that you should see, don't stop chasing the light. This is not one time, right? I specifically
exactly,
for your journey, I immediately put this shirt so that I can say this thing. Don't stop chasing that light. This is one certification that opens the door. You don't need to stop here, right?
exactly.
This is for everyone who is listening later on. I always like, I still remember, and now this is a true story. I was in Bahrain when I did PMP, and I did PMP because the same thing, I was not getting a better job. I did not get a job after PM. I want to say here. I start my mentor, the person whom I listened to, he said to me, start doing RMP. I said, okay. Now I was depressed. I worked hard. When I did PMP, there was no one like me who chases. I studied every book in the market, every book in the market, and then did PMP, things of those nature. After doing PMP, I did not get a job. Like I was thinking the jobs will be aligned, but nobody cared. It's back 10 years back. I started doing RMP. I still remember. I was sleeping, and whenever I used to sleep, I was in maintenance. So in maintenance, if your mobile is not off, then you can get call anytime. So whenever I used to sleep, I turned my mobile off. I turned my mobile on. I had a message from my mentor. Hey, there's a job back in Azad Kashmir. Will you be willing to reallocate? I said sure. I called a guy, and the guy like one was hiring. He asked me the first question that Jawad shared that you are certified PMP. Are you certified PM? I said yes. He said what? And the next question, since at that time it was a predictive, he said, okay, what are the five process groups? Straightforward. I said, he said, and the same question, he said, by the way, what happens in execution? I told him. He was a certified PMP and certified RMP. For next 30 minutes, he only asked me questions about PM. He did not ask me any other question. Okay. And he was actually a project manager who was hiring. It was a projectile organization. He was hiring. And then I told him I'm also doing RMP. He said I also did RMP. So which books are you reading? I told him this, and that thing. And said, okay, when you are done with the RMP, do also tell me. And then he told me that this was I did PMP on 18th September. This call was in November. He said that probably we will be starting the project in March. So I will keep you in law. I said, okay. As people call and they say, we'll get back to you. Okay.
Exactly.
On 18th January, on 18th January, I give my RMP exam. Right. And I messaged the first guy, I messaged him. I said, hey sir, I just did RMP. He said, congratulations, how was your score? I showed him the certificate I shared with him. He said, congratulations. And then he called me back. He said, uh, you are already shortlisted for that, but it will be starting in March. And on 15th of February, they sent me the contract. And that was because I was PM. But
Yes,
I never stopped that journey, right? Even when I got that job, I did PMISP. It has no relationship in my job. I did PMI. But this is what I kept on going. And I don't know from where I started PMP training. I will share that. I came into training and then everything came back. So this is Asrar, what I'm trying to say here, that don't stop your journey. Okay,
Of course,
keep
it will not stop.
in your life so that you can get bigger cars than that in which you are sitting right now. Okay, send me your picture. Send 10 questions, Asrar. You know I will use in PMP marathon. And
Sure,
now,
sure, I will.
and send me your LinkedIn link also. Thank you very much and continue your
Thank
night.
you very much, sir. Thank you. Bye bye.